Well, welcome to the latest video, folks. So I'll show you a few rods that we've got. That's a good mix here. There's a couple of fly rods. I think there's a big old whole cane, which is quite rare actually. Usually the whole canes are shorter rods, and this is quite a long one. There's like a really solid pure fishing rod, which is nice. If you like vintage fishing with vintage equipment, got some lovely old brass fittings on it, which is nice, and the rod is complete, and it doesn't seem to have like broken tips or anything like that. So someone's marked this 1958. Really nice brass fixtures too. Okay, so this is a spinning rod made of a split cane. It's actually a very nice rod. It doesn't appear to be branded, but it does have agate rings all the way down it, which is kind of a nice feature, and it's in very, very good condition. Then we have this very nice little German dam rod, which is a 3-piece split cane fly rod. It's quite a nice handle on it, nice finish on it too, nice old patina. The fittings at the back of the rod are a little bit on the cheap side in my opinion, but these rods are actually quite well renowned, and they do work very well. See, this is what it looks like with a small Bodex on it. J.W. Young's Bodex, and it does have an agate ring at the very start of the train there. Oh, nice colourful logo on it. Oh, that's beautiful, isn't it? It's nice to have that, because they're usually stripped off. Because people used to renovate their rods in those days, instead of just buying a new one, which is what they do today. So this is a nice little Greenheart rod, which is very old, probably like early 1800 or something like that. So I know that Hardy of Alnwick were using aluminium fittings in the 30s, so this rod is probably something like that, and they were using Greenheart right up until the mid-70s, so it's possibly not a 70s style rod. I think it's probably more like 1930. Lovely brass fittings on it too, it's nice. So this is a rod that I came across recently, and it has all of its original fittings. And this is a whole cane rod, and you kind of notice it's got lovely brass fittings on it. These were at the lower end of the market, generally speaking, in the day. They're still nice display rods though, really. If you look at the way it's set up, it's probably a float rod. Well, this is 16 foot, this rod. You notice how inconsistent the tubes are, or the bamboo is, and you can see where they've connected a piece here. This is not a break, this is essentially where one piece of bamboo has been chamfered into another one, which is quite common in those days. But you see these rods are often quite inconsistent in length because they were made from natural materials. And since they're at the lower end of the market, they didn't really have much issue with making it absolutely perfect. The tip is made of beech, if anyone was wondering. People often think that's Greenheart, but it isn't, it's beech. But that's a beautiful old rod. Quite rare to see a 16-footer as well. They're usually just the shorter ones. This one's a London make, and it's called the Curzon. There's an old pen reel we've got on it there. So this is configured with like a spinning rod, and but it's actually pretty stiff. So it's kind of strong enough to be used as like a pier rod or something like that. And it has ceramic rings on it. Oh, nice pair of pen reels here. One of them's had a painted drum, but it's working perfectly. That's a ball bearing reel, that one. That seems to be quite an unusual one from what I gather. It's got one slightly different screw in it. Well, that's not too bad for something that age. Anyway, this one which works perfectly too. That's in much better condition. Originally anyway. Well, that brings us to the end of this little video. We do have a few reels coming out later on, so look out for those. Thanks so much for watching, folks. Bye.